What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Fasting Forward. It's day 9. I'm John McCulley. I'm an entrepreneur and VP of Operations from Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm excited to have you back with me. Today, we're going to be in the book of Psalms. I'm so excited to share this with you because today we're going to be talking about stewardship. Yesterday, we talked about excellence, not hustle, not perfection, but care and intention that honors God. And today, we build directly on that foundation because you can't pursue excellence if you believe everything belongs to you. Today's day 9, and we're talking about stewardship, not ownership. In Psalm 24:1, David says, "The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, the world and those who dwell therein." In Psalm 24, David opens with a declaration that changes how leaders think. He says, "The earth is the Lord's and everything in it." That's not poetic language, it's a leadership framework. If we think about it properly, it means that business isn't yours. The team is not yours. The resources aren't yours, and the influence isn't yours. You manage what belongs to God and what He gave you to steward. Ownership says, "This is mine." Stewardship says, "This is entrusted to me." That difference changes how leaders make decisions every single day because owners will protect at all costs. Stewards manage with responsibility and humility. So, our first focus today is recognize what you've been entrusted with. Leadership is not about possession, it's about assignment. God entrusts leaders with people, resources, time, influence, and opportunity. And stewardship always includes accountability. You can look at everything you've been given as a leader, one by one, every task, every person, every different goal. And that's something that God gave you and entrusted you with so you would do the right thing with it, meaning how you manage your time glorifies God. How you do your task glorifies God. One day, every leader has to answer not for how much they accumulated, but for how faithfully they managed it. So when you're thinking about the way that you're doing things today, think about it in this light. I have been entrusted to manage certain things. Am I doing that faithfully? Am I doing it with integrity? Am I doing things the way I've been asked to do them and entrusted with? It's so important for you to bounce everything off that lens because between you and God, you've been entrusted with these things and He's going to hold you accountable for them. Kind of a bonus point I would make for that is if you think about your leadership giving you tasks, everybody has a boss. Think about the way you're managing those tasks. Are you doing it the way you're expected to? We talked about that baseline of good yesterday. Are we 100% doing things to the glory of God by doing them the way we were asked to do them and doing it the right way the first time? The second focus today is to lead with responsibility, not entitlement. Entitlement says, "I deserve this. I'm in power. I'm the king." Stewardship says, "I'm responsible for this. I need to be a good servant leader." Leaders who feel entitled will take shortcuts. They'll misuse people and they'll justify their poor behavior. Stewards act differently. They care for people because they don't own them. These are people that were entrusted in your care. They manage money carefully because it's not theirs. They treat influence with humility because it can be removed. This is a place early in my career I felt a large amount of imposter syndrome because I felt like this was given to me by my boss and I had to do everything the way he wanted it to do. But now that I bounce things off of, I want to do it the right way that I was asked to do, but also I need to do it the faithful way that God asked me to do. It helps me understand what to do better and not just bark orders and give tasks and not trust people. It allows me to hold people accountable because we set that standard of what is good and what is right. The third focus today is to hold resources with open hands. Here's how I'll make it simple for you. Fear-driven leaders grip really tightly onto the tasks and onto the control, but stewards hold loosely. Open hands allow God to redirect. They allow generosity. They allow growth without pride. This gives you an opportunity when you open your hands to let go of some things that maybe you are micromanaging. Maybe you are just giving a little too much input. Maybe it's more about your opinion than it is about the process. So really think about the way that you're leading with open hands so that people can be accountable for the job that you've asked them to do and they can do things the right way. Peter Drucker described stewardship very simply. You are managing what belongs to another. That definition should sober up every leader because nothing's yours. You are managing something that belongs to someone else. One extra bonus tidbit here is that stewardship will allow you to respond to loss. And that's kind of a tough thing because when you believe you own something, loss feels personal and devastating. Someone quits, they change jobs, they get a better opportunity. But when you believe you steward it, loss becomes instructive. Stewards learn and owners defend. You are instructed by the way people leave you. You are instructed by the way that people respond to you during a time when things aren't great. You're instructed by failures. Because a steward would ask, what is God teaching me? While an owner would ask, how do I get it back? So here's our fasting connection for the week. Biblical fasting reinforces stewardship because when we fast from food, we acknowledge dependence. We remember that provision comes from God, not our effort. He gave us the food. We were to steward over it properly. Fasting loosens our grip on control. It reminds us that we're managers, not owners. For leaders, fasting creates a space to ask, am I stewarding people, time, and resources with humility? Am I doing it right? Hunger reminds us that everything we have is a gift. So let's pray together today. God, remind me that everything belongs to you. I don't have anything. I don't have anything. I don't have any possessions that are just mine. Everything was something that you gave me to steward with care. Help me steward the people you gave me with care, my resources with wisdom, and my time with intention. Remove all the entitlement from my life, my fatherhood, and my leadership. I want to manage what you've entrusted me well. Man, as we finish day 9, we've got to take inventory, not of what we own, but of what we've been entrusted with. Because tomorrow we're going to talk about margin as a leadership strategy and why wise leaders protect space instead of filling it. So if today was about responsibility, tomorrow is about sustainability. Can't have every calendar bubble full 24 hours a day. You have to make time to sustain, to rest, and to give back to the people that have given to you, to your family, to pour into your people. As we end this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Go check us out on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. Anywhere that you can get a video, you can get this. Please definitely help us get the content out. We appreciate all of you that have. And also, if you have any questions, make sure that you direct message me on any of the platforms provided or reply to our emails. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much.